Welcome back to Lane Switching. It's 2024. We had to start the year off right. We had to get a big guest in the building. And today in the studio, I'm happy to have HBK Money. How
What's
you
up?
doing
What's
today,
up?
man?
I'm good, bro. How about you?
Good,
Yeah,
bro. How's your new year been so far?
pretty good. I'm just trying to go back to the basics. Just back to the drawing board, and learn a few things. Yeah.
That's sick, man. That's sick.
Yeah.
And let's start off. Let's give yourself an introduction. Let's talk about your upbringing.
So people know me as HBK Money. HBK stands for Heartbroken Kid. I actually have it tatted like behind my ear, and I just feel like I'm known as like a lover boy. So like I always get played out by women, but then I also do them dirty sometimes. I try not to anymore. I'm learning. Um, but yeah, like my upbringing, I feel like I didn't have the worst upbringing. Like I didn't have any struggles. I feel like it was more so with maybe finding out who I am, if that makes sense. I feel like we didn't have enough money to support ourselves for like groceries and stuff every week and stuff like that, so we had to go to the food bank. But it wasn't like anything like detrimental towards like super trauma and like mental health. So it was okay.
So home life was pretty solid, you could say.
Yeah, like no structure, consistency, but like I am fucked up, but not like, like I'm okay.
But at the end of the day, like, you go through these trials and tribulations of life, and
Hmm.
what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So
Facts.
it's stuff that builds you up to the person you are today. And what area was it in Ottawa you grew up?
I grew up in the South End, but so funny enough, like my dad used to work in like Codwell, like the community center.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I know a bunch of people from the West, East, South, wherever. Like I'm good on every side of the city. So that's why like I don't really have any problems. Like everybody just appreciates like my work ethic and certain things about me because it's like I just show love, wherever and to whoever.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, that's dope,
it
man. And
works out.
you spoke a little bit about it on HBK Money, but
Mhm.
besides Heartbroken Kid, like, what does HBK Money mean to you?
To me,
Yeah.
I like that question, but I don't know how to answer it. Like, can you break it down a little bit more? Like,
So basically, it's
uh
like
huh,
Heartbroken Kid, A Money. So
yeah.
what is? Let's just start off. What is A Money? What is that?
Oh, I always have the bread. Like, I'll put up the bread. Like for whatever it is, I'm putting up the bread. Whether I have it or I don't, I will give you the bread. That's all it is. A money. Like I just the life I live. Like I'm a materialistic person for myself. So a lot of people see my lifestyle and whatever and get confused and think like I make like $10,000 a week, but it's like no, I just manifest. Like I just work hard and then I like to splurge. So if I have $1.20 in my bank account, I'm okay with that. Not
For
anymore though. But before, like around like ages like 17 to 19 for sure. Yeah.
sure.
Now I'm too old for that shit. I gotta make sure I'm taking care of my priorities. So yeah.
That's sick. So
Yeah.
when you talk about HBK A Money, is that almost like not a
Mhm.
dual personality, but it's like the two aspects of your life, the splurge and put out for people, but like maybe
Yeah.
behind closed doors, you're a little bit of a heartbroken kid.
Yeah. But I feel like so I had this talk with somebody the other day. I feel like it's like even though you're heartbroken or whatever, you can still be a good person. And I think that's maybe the broad kind of scale of it. Like as heartbroken as I am or perceived to be, like I'm actually a really good person. And I don't just speak highly of myself just to say that. Like other people know like I'm like a light in a gym when I walk into a room, like they crave like my energy. I noticed that. A lot of people are energy vampires, but like I just learned to just space out my energy and put it in the right places.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
And growing up, everyone aspires to be something that, whether it works out or not, everyone's
Yeah.
got goals and aspirations. And a lot of times for people, it's, become an athlete or become a musician.
Mhm.
Lane switching, our platform is all about, musicians and athletes and everything that goes
Yeah.
into that. Growing up, did you ever see yourself going into either of those lanes?
So at first, not really, because like I said, I struggled with trying to figure out who I was.
Hmm.
But because my dad worked in the gym for a long time, I I started playing ball from when I was like 4. So
Okay.
honestly, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be 6'7". I'm gonna go to the league. Like you're just thinking like I'm 4. Like I'm gonna go to the league. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna like make sure everybody's taken care of, and then my growth spurt just stopped.
Fuck.
It was over. It was like 5'7", you're done. It was game over. So from there, I was like, okay, music's nice, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then yeah, but like I'm trying to get into music right now a little bit. Like I'm trying to do everything, everything. Like I'm jack of all trades right now. But yeah,
And as I guess as a hooper, like,
uh,
did you ever were you ever initially like a center, power forward, or you over like as a guard?
fuck,
As a
always the
guard.
guard. Bro, you said center, bro. I was like, honestly, I was probably like every time I see like somebody I haven't seen in a while, they always go like here, like down here. Like I was not 3'2", you know, like, but I was like, I was at least like 4'7" for sure, and I just had high hopes for no reason.
Fuck, okay.
Yeah, for no reason.
And you were talking about kind of trying everything this year. You want to
Yeah.
dabble in as much as you can, and you dabble in numerous types of entertainment.
Uh huh.
Um, what would you say is your favorite?
Yeah.
And maybe it's the same, but what would you say is the most rewarding to you?
I love that question. I feel like my favorite is probably the public interviews, just because whether I go to Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, and I do it, especially Ottawa, because I feel like we have maybe a lack of personality from people. Is that fair?
Mm,
Everybody's kind of shy to be themselves in public and with other people, which is fair. But I just feel like every time I do a public interview, like I get a lot of like feedback where people are like, "Yo, how did you get this person to talk in your video or whatever?" So I'm good at like making people feel safe and to answer like outrageous questions. So I feel like that's like my most favorite, but the most rewarding is like something I just tapped into recently, which is going around like restaurants, businesses, and just like promoting their, you know, their business or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, franchise, yeah, stuff like that.
That's
It's nice.
Yeah, that's super dope. And I really like what you said, where it's just like kind of people in this
Mm,
city are pretty shy.
yeah,
Like at the end of the day, it's like a large portion of our entertainment industry, you could say, is
yeah,
not really much of an industry and it's not very well known. And it's because of there's really a lack of character out there.
yeah.
What do you think? What is the system with the city? Is it because it's a government city? You just think like just it's pretty fucking stale.
Yeah, I was literally just gonna say that it's like retirement city. We always say, like, me and my boys always say that retirement city. Like you come here to come with like 4 kids, you have a government job Monday to Friday 9 to 5, and that's it. So I just feel like because there's not enough people that are like taking that risk to like outcast that type of personality or certain personalities, it's like nobody will really just jump to that or gravitate towards it because they don't know any better. You know,
Hmm.
I just feel like you're not you're not gonna be known to something if you haven't seen it that much.
Yeah.
If that is that fair? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for
So
sure, for sure. And
still, we're in stalemates down here.
yeah,
Fuck.
no, for real. And what I've seen, especially, it's like, this year will be 5 years since I've graduated high school.
Mhm.
And since then, you graduate high school and you enter programs of college, university, or you go into whatever, and
Yeah.
you kind of see people they're still trying to pursue their career, they're still trying to pursue their dream.
Yeah.
But into your early 20s, that kind of fucking dies. And you kind of see everyone turn into like nepotism babies,
Yeah.
where it's just, I'm just going to do exactly what my parents are going to do,
Yeah.
or what my parents are doing, I should say. And yeah, it's unfortunate. And I would say for anyone who's young and in high school or in college or even in your 20s or 30s, if you're seeing to pursue something in entertainment in Ottawa,
Mhm.
just do it. Because at the end of the
Facts.
day, we may not have the biggest entertainment community here, but there's a thing called the internet.
Yeah.
And so with that, you can reach millions. And through that, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day if you're an interesting enough person, like, you're
People
gonna
will
you're gonna
gravitate.
attract an audience. And
Yeah.
speaking about an audience, what got you into content creation?
So funny enough, my brother started like the way for me at least, right? And he works with like he had a group called Team Albo with like Wolfie.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Wolfie, Sean, David, whoever, everybody.
yeah,
And
yeah,
like for me, it's like seeing that, like, oh my god, like my actual blood brother is doing this, you know? So it's like I went to high school, and then like grade 9 to 10, I was kind of quiet. Grade 11 to 12, I was like class clown, like fuck around, like just a dumbass, you know? So like people were like, yo, you should like film this while you're doing it. It's going viral. And I just didn't really understand the concept because like I'm new to iPhone and shit. Like
yeah.
felt like one of those like grandparents, like I'm like using my fucking index finger trying to figure out shit. So I didn't know what the fuck I'm doing. So um yeah, like I think after, when was it? Maybe first year of Algonquin, I went 2017, so maybe around 2018, 2019, I started like getting equipment and like a setup, and then I was like, oh, like this is actually interesting. And then yeah, I don't know. Now I'm here. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like 4 years later, still have no clue what I'm doing, honestly. But that's okay. That's okay because
Yeah.
it's working out for where it's supposed to work out for
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
For sure. And again, that goes
Yeah.
back to where it's like there's more established stuff in a city like Toronto, Montreal, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's like there's really nobody like it's Team Elbow, right?
Yeah.
That's the group. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
remember in high school, I remember
Yeah.
that was a thing. And it was crazy because it's like you'd never seen
Mhm.
Ottawa YouTubers. YouTubing was kind of
Yeah.
like 2014, 2015 kind of just started becoming
Mhm.
a thing. Like maybe even you could say 2012, 2013, but like it just was new.
Yeah.
And so it's like not only is it new, but a city that doesn't really do that. It's
Mhm.
kind of crazy to see like
Yeah.
a group of people where it's like it's from your city and all that kind of stuff.
And they're
And
having so much
realistically,
success.
like since then, like I don't even know any YouTubers who like really, really popped off from the city.
Yeah.
But
You know
like,
what? There's a lot of hidden gems actually, I will say. I
mm,
don't know the names, it's not coming to mind right now, but there's like people that like have disappeared, and then I just see them like holy shit, like this guy has like over 500K subscribers or like 10 million fucking TikTok followers. Crazy.
yeah,
Like Ottawa's, we forget how big Ottawa actually is, right?
for sure.
So, yeah.
For sure. No, I would say we fully are a metropolitan now. And, you know, it's just about getting to like people, reaching people and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. But you never know. But you were speaking about it earlier. You were just talking about food reviews,
Yeah.
kind of doing food reviews and all that kind of stuff. There's always been this something where it's like, I guess a positive about the city is that
Mhm.
like best shawarma in the country. True or false?
100% true. 100%. Like no doubt, no doubt in my mind. Like Ottawa shawarma takes the crown. Toronto, Montreal, fucking Dubai. I don't care.
For
We're taking it home. I'm sorry. Ottawa, top one.
real,
No
for
joke.
real. No, it's true, man. Like I remember I went to college in Oshawa, so it's like fucking there wasn't really many like local spots I knew, but I went to Osmos
Hmm.
and not gonna lie, man, that shit is dog shit.
Horrible.
Like that shit is trash.
Horrible. It's horrible. You're eating dog food, guy.
And maybe I'm spoiled. We're spoiled because like in the city, there's always stuff like
Yeah.
that, and there's always good shawarma wherever you go. But like, yeah, like
No,
those
no.
changed Laziz. No offense.
There's just some
Yeah,
places you shouldn't even try. You'll suffer.
for real, for real. And speaking about other places in the city,
Yeah.
if you give a top three local food spots in the city,
Local.
you know,
It's like these questions always irritate me because like my head just goes left, right, center. Um, fuck. Shawarma, I guess. Like we have to put Palace there. Like that's just a staple. What have I been eating lately? We're not doing McDonald's. That's just ridiculous. Honestly, I fuck with Vietnamese food. Like I fuck with like pho, the like rice wraps and stuff. So like any like Vietnamese spot with the banh mi's, those are good.
oh yeah,
And
yeah.
then, man, what else? A good burger spot, because I guess we have to throw that in there. Burgers and fries forever. Ding, that's it.
But what's the spot like a burger and fry spot like that number one you go to?
Yeah, burgers and fries forever.
But like where's the spot? Like where's the local spot that it's like not to blow up your spot or wherever you're
Oh
going or
yeah, I can't
nothing,
do
but
that,
like
bro. No, no, no. It's there's different locations. There's like one on Bank, one like downtown, but it's literally called Burgers and Fries Forever.
oh for
Yeah,
real.
because
What
you
the
asked me and I
fuck?
was like,
I was
wait,
like
bro, it's Burgers and Fries Forever. I said it like twice. I was like, oh, he doesn't.
no, because I'm just
Yeah.
like burgers and fries forever. I was like, nice man, that's
Yeah,
your favorite
yeah, yeah.
shit.
No,
It's
no, no,
just-
no, no. Like it's literally called that. That's so funny.
no,
Yeah,
that's
they're really
jokes.
good. Like they make like the smash patties and shit. I can compare it to like I went to LA and I had a spot called Easy Street Burger, so it was like
Yeah, yeah.
maybe not as close, but like yeah, close enough. Yeah, it was
That's
really
so
good.
yeah, that's super dope.
Yeah.
There's a this group they actually used to work
Mhm.
for No Jumper and it's called Fake Community World. I don't know
Mhm.
if you know ththose guys. It's
Mhm.
AD, T-Rel, Duno, a
No,
bunch of
no.
different LA based creators and
Yeah.
and they do like this food show called We Starvin'. Super dope. Like
Okay.
always checking out local spots.
Yeah.
Something where it's like, if we see more stuff like that in the city, I think it would be, pretty dope.
For sure,
I
bro.
have to shout out a West End spot I always go to. Shout out Run to Patty.
Fire.
Super
Fire.
fire.
Yo, the
Oh
oxtail
my.
patties to die for. To die
Literally.
for.
Crazy, crazy.
Yeah.
And so if you'd pick one of your favorite food reviews to this date. Which one is your favorite?
So honestly, I've only done two.
Mm.
I did Fishies, Jamaican restaurant. Shout out to Fishies. I've done KS on the Keys, which is like a restaurant that's been here since like
Yeah, yeah.
before I was
Near
born.
TD and shit.
Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's right by South Keys.
Oh,
KS
oh,
on the
yeah,
Keys.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Never
yeah.
mind. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they've been open for a while. Honestly, I think the funnest one was KS on the Keys just because it it was really me, like, you know, like my personality was shining, like I was really being myself, like no script. But the other one, I had a script, which is fine. Like it doesn't, I don't necessarily always have to be going off just how I move, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like I like that one just because it was like that's what started it, right? Can't be mad at that.
No,
Like,
no.
it was really fun. Like that day was awesome. So
For sure. For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And in entertainment, you know, it's again kind of speaking on nepotism. Sometimes just
Yeah.
like you're just in a spot because you're in a spot. Like no diss, but if y'all know the rapper Sosa Geek, he's a guy who is literally in a situation because of 5 Foreign. Like he has a one song. Do you know the song Demons?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bro, he's dog
He's
shit. No
stuck.
offense.
Yeah.
Realistically, I've seen a couple of interviews and he looks like whatever. Anyways, at the end of the day, some
Yo,
people are in their situations not
Yeah.
based off talent but based off connections.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it, do you feel like talent or connection is more important, and why?
Can I be biased and say that both matter?
Yeah, that's fair.
Because the thing is, talent, like you're always gonna get far in life in whatever you're doing, but like connections, bro, it's like basically you can kind of slack off a little bit, a lot of bit, because like that's what I do. I have like everybody's like, oh, I'm trying to get a condo, oh, I'm trying to get a car. I'm like, yo, I have that. Like one call, I got you. You know, so it's like for me, it's like having so many connections. Yeah, it helps a lot. You know, I
Yeah,
need to go out of the city. I have somebody for rentals. I need to, you know, like I have everything, shoes, clothes, pants, whatever you need, I got it. You want toothpicks, my nigga? Who wants toothpicks? I don't even know why we're talking about toothpicks. I got you, legit, bro. So it's like I feel like connections is better overall, but talent will always get you far.
And that is
Just
like
nowadays.
underrated is
Yeah.
like with connections, like
Yeah.
if you're a sociable person and you have good people skills and you have good soft skills and like that, that is a
Yeah.
talent.
Yes.
And so being able to develop connections, you know, if you're a more closed off and more introverted person, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But to develop those connections and to push yourself further, there's only so far you can go as an individual.
Absolutely.
You know
I
what I
agree.
mean? And you know, speaking about social media and developing a following and all that kind of stuff, this year, last year, whatever it is, what do you think is a trend that needs to die? What do you think is the most played out social media trend?
It's the 20 to like 20 girls to one guy. That shit, yo, honestly, bro, it's fucking hilarious to be a part of and to watch.
Yeah.
But like it just needs to just nah, bro. It's too much now. They
Yeah.
like took it and ran with it. Like even to this day. Like it's actually very funny. It's entertaining, but it's like fuck. At the same time, it's like another one. Like I don't know if you know the rapper Huncho.
Yeah, yeah.
He just did one like fucking 2 weeks ago. And then my boys in Atlanta, they were just at another one with him. Like what the fuck? Like two? That's
Yeah.
it's crazy. But like it's good for exposure, I guess. Like if you're getting into like the public interview type of
Yeah.
world and shit like that, like it's good for that, I guess.
Yeah. No, because I swear on my life, there's like
Fuck.
literally some YouTubers and that's their page. Like there's this one guy, and I think he was the one who maybe did it with Huncho, and he did it like Rob
Yeah.
49
Yeah.
and fucking Quavo and maybe someone else. But it's just like it's the same thing. It's just 20
Yeah.
bitches, and then they'll pick their favorite whatever two at the end, and oh, this is the winner. It's like I just seeing the same
Yeah,
thing over and
I
over
gained
again.
nothing from this, from watching 20 minutes of this. But why did I watch 20 minutes of it if I knew?
Bro, and they'll always spam it with like these crazy ads, like we'll cash app you $750,
that shit.
and it's like, man, I'm just trying to watch and see
Yeah.
the next person up. Like, I
Yeah.
really don't care about your cash app scam. Like,
Yeah.
it's
facts.
just so dumb. But
Have you ever watched like the Jack TV guy where he exposes cheaters? That shit is fucking hilarious.
no,
I just got
gotta
into that
check
recently. You
out.
watch that Jack TV exposes cheaters. That shit is fucking hilarious. Oh my god, that shit has me crying. But he does it. It reminded me because you said the Cash App scam shit. That shit is so annoying, bro. and they run
bro.
the ad for like 3 minutes. No,
Bro, and
stop.
they'll make like skits out of it and all that kind of stuff. It's super extra, and it's like at the end of the day, I didn't come for that.
Yeah, facts.
Like what the fuck am I doing?
Facts.
Like wasting my time.
Yeah.
But taking it back to the city one last
Mhm.
time, in your opinion,
Mhm.
everyone comes, when I sit down with them and have this conversation, I usually bring up this question. It's always different, and always it's always just interesting for me to hear people's perspective and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to our entertainment industry, whether it is content creation,
Yeah.
music, sports, whatever it is, I think it was like the city was like looking to hire someone like for whatever the nightlife mayor or something, like
What
BS,
the fuck?
some
Nightlife
BS,
there?
some
What
BS
the
title,
fuck?
basically to like make like downtown more interesting on Saturdays or whatever the fuck.
Impossible.
Literally. But what do you think Ottawa can do better as an entertainment, whatever? What do you think we can do better to become a more known entertainment industry?
Fuck. I would say whatever we're doing right now. I guess working together more with people, collabing. Um, because like before we didn't really have that, right? Like everybody was just kind of doing their own thing. In the last maybe like, let's be fair, maybe like 4 years, everybody's starting to be like, yo, let's do this together, let's do that. And now it's like immersing into like close to like Montreal, Toronto type of thing. Because I guess like downtown's kind of small too, right?
Very small.
So yeah, so it's like we don't really have enough grounds to like really get it popping. Like as Toronto, like Toronto, I'm downtown, but I feel like I'm in like fucking like a different state. Like when I'm in LA, you know, because there's so many spots and fucking people and whatever. But downtown, it's like I can go to the club tonight, I'll see the same 400 people. I can go to the club tomorrow, I'll see the same 300 people. So it's it's hard to So I guess just for now working together with people, and then yeah, there's a lot of people that actually have been coming from Toronto, Montreal, and shit like that. So that helps too, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like now you're bringing a different type of fan base or like followers and shit like that, and collabing with other people, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
For sure. And someone who's in the hip hop game, I guess,
Yeah.
originally from Boston, but is repping Ottawa, YG Rio.
Shout out my boy YG Rio. I just did I was in the music
Yeah, yeah,
video.
yeah. I was
I
gonna
was
say.
I just did like a little like freestyle thing with him. Yo, he's lit, bro. Honestly, for somebody who's so young to have so much talent and like they're just like in their own lane, amazing to see. I can't like how can you hate on that? And I feel like that's the thing with like OGs. They just hate on that. Like youngins that are just doing what they're supposed to do and more. Why? Why are you mad at that?
Do you think the overall, like, obviously you're not fully into it, but you
Yeah.
know people in it. Do you think the overall hip hop community in Ottawa is bitter?
Bigger?
Bitter.
Bitter?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. There's too much pointless beef. What the fuck? Too much pointless beef. Like I look around, I'm just like, I dap up this guy. They're like, "Yo, why are you talking to Broski?" I'm like, "Bro, are you kidding me? Like, why do I have to beef him? Because you, like, no, we just collab with him, make millions, or sorry, get millions of views, and then that's it, bro. Why? Like, we're all from the same place. We went to the same high schools and shit. Like, we just gotta be more. I don't know, fluid. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Trust. No, I
It's
mean,
fucking weird.
it's been probably, I could say, over 2 years now I've been doing this stuff, and very fortunate. You know what I mean? I always
Yeah.
keep it, diplomatic. I always,
Yeah.
never antagonize and stuff like that. Some platforms might want to antagonize and do that
Mhm.
stuff. That's more of a Toronto thing.
Yeah.
I feel like Toronto blogs are just crazy.
Yeah. They
And
don't
like,
care.
to be honest, like I never would get into that kind of level of blogging. Like at the end of the day, it's just like I value my life.
Yeah.
Like that's just crazy stuff. So it's just like it in Ottawa, like
Mhm.
we're a very small community, whether
Yeah.
it's the hip hop community or just the city in general.
Mhm.
And so all that beef and all that extra shit, it's like it's kind of a dead end.
Yeah, because when you go out, you're gonna see that person that you have all these problems with when you walk up the street, when you're getting the fucking mail, when you're walking your dog. Like it's pointless, like you said.
Mhm.
Just doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. No, and unfortunately, it's already like, again, like I said, just less than 2 years, or not less than 2 years, just over
Yeah.
2 years, I should say, doing this, and already some people I know not with us anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah. Rest in
And
peace.
yeah, rest in peace to some people.
Mm.
It's unfortunate to see, and hopefully going forward, it's just we can stick to the music. You
Yeah,
know what I
and
mean?
keep it at that for sure.
Exactly,
I agree,
exactly.
bro.
And speaking back to you, what you got. It's only the
Mhm.
start of the year, so there's a lot more to do.
Yep.
Let's not even count January. Say that's all done. You got 11 months ahead of you. What do you have planned for this year and the future?
Everything. I think it starts with me just being pure. So like the alcohol, I was going crazy. Like I was honestly, bro, I'll tell you, I was fucking drinking at work. I would come home. I'm drinking at home.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, but it wasn't it wasn't on like an alcoholic scale. It was just more like, oh, who gives a fuck? Like I'll just take 4 shots right now, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like honestly, that was it for me. But like I just woke up one day and I was like, yo, I feel like shit. My livers, kidneys, fucking penis is hurting. Like I can't do this anymore, you know? And like even recently I was going crazy, and I think I just got my wake up call where it was like I felt that pain again and I was like, yo, I can't like be going into interviews, going into sorry, like podcasts, not
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
job
No,
interview,
no, got you,
like
got you.
podcasts, like just doing shit and living by alcohol, you
Yeah.
know? So I think it starts there, like being vice free, little shit like that. And that will just make up for everything that I'm about to do, which I'll get into, which will be I actually want to start my clothing brand. So, you know, did some little sketching. We're going to figure it
You
out.
got a name for it?
Yeah. I can't say right now because I just feel
Okay,
like, yo,
okay.
I just hate putting shit out. Like, even me announcing that I'm doing that, people are going to be like, oh, I bet. Like, I'm finna fuck up a shit, you know? This always happens. So, I'm not even going to say the name, nothing. Somebody will steal it. I'm trademarking it, though, because nobody had it. I checked everywhere. Um, Definitely I'm gonna go into I'm gonna do public interviews, but I'm gonna do the shorts. I'm not gonna focus on videos because a lot of people watch shorts.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy ideas for public interviews right now. I have one that's gonna go viral like 200%, like guaranteed, because nobody ever did it, and it's fucking crazy. Every time I tell somebody, they're like, "Wow, bro! Like you're going to the big leagues with that one." More like business shit, entrepreneurship, like maybe fucking buying properties, like maybe take out a big loan, buy a property, rent it out, little shit, bro. Like I'm trying to go crazy this year. I don't care what it is. I just need to be at the top of something.
For sure.
Literally, bro. I don't care. I'm taking everybody with me if I can, but if not, Saya fucking Nara.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right.
everything, bro. I'm
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
everything.
So for the people,
Mm.
where can they find you on social media?
HBK AMONEY on pretty much every social. I would say Instagram is the best way because I post a lot of goofy stories. So
Yeah,
if you want to
yeah.
catch like a little behind the scene type of thing, I post bullshit all the time. So yeah, TikTok and stuff. Like I'm trying to get active back on that stuff, but like Instagram's the best.
Yeah.
And YouTube HBK space AMONEY.
Safe,
Yeah,
safe. So if you haven't already, tap into HBK Money and everything he's got going on. It's going to be a big year, big 2024.
yeah.
Lots in the works. Looking forward to it, man. That was the HBK Money interview. I'm DF2. That's my guy, HBK Money.
Let's go.
Peace, y'all.